Alright, time for my DC reviews. First of all, 3 DC books. First of all, Batman 694. Alright, first off, we get the Penguin entering his own little house or whatever, and he's taking a bath. Then all of a sudden, he looks up for a brief moment, there's Batman, and he starts shoving his head under the water, beating him for answers. Dick's finally learning. And he's about to get attacked by a chauffeur, then fights back, and then gets some information from Penguin. Then he goes and checks on the boy who was shot last issue in Batman 693. And Dick thinks to himself that if he goes through this, he's going to try to get him a better life, help get him out of the bad Devil Square, give him a college scholarship, etc. Then we cut to the guy who's being Black Mask, talking to the mask itself. And then Black Mask's right-hand woman asking about Katrina Falcone. And we have the Reaper on the hunt for Batman. Then we have Bruce Wayne dealing with the Genocorp people at Dr. Arkham and the Genocorp team at Arkham's medical wing. And then Batman's talking to Gordon. Can't really go into the details about this, but yeah. Alright, then Katrina is captured by the Falcone family, and they decide to drown her. And Dick's trying to figure out what Black Mask is doing with the medication from Gene Corps and stuff. Damian helps find the trace in the pills they found, and then Dick says he found out yesterday, but he wants Damian to do another scan on the mask. And eventually, some of the medication leads back to Hugo Strange. And Hugo apparently is giving the Reaper some sort of medication. Next up, we have Penguin taken out by Black Mask snipers. And then Batman's talking to Huntress about figuring out what's going on. She mentions also that from a few issues ago, Riddler hasn't been seen, and also she tells her that the kid in the hospital didn't make it. Batman goes off, and action shot right here. Okay, some of the artwork like this doesn't make the issue a total loss. However, though, I feel as though the plot is kind of slow moving and stuff. You know, it's kind of being slow and stuff. I just wish they'd finally get to a showdown or something. Alright. Next up, Batman 80-page Giant. Okay, all of these are sort of Christmas snow-themed, and they're pretty much just, and it's 80 pages. There's at least 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 pages in here, 8 stories in here. Some are short, some are a little long, but still, they're all pretty good. Each character in the Batman, almost like each character gets their, Alfred, Catwoman, Commissioner Gordon get their own stories. And yeah, 80-page Giant is pretty good. I'd recommend it if, you don't have to get it. It's just something that's a little fun or whatever. A brief break from the Batman ongoing series. Alright, now for the real thing I look forward to from DC this week. Green Lantern Corps number 43. Well, where we last left off, everyone was thinking, oh my god, they killed Kyle, you bastards. And Guy and Sornik rush to see him, and Sornik is trying to operate surgery on him, and Guy's trying to latch on to Kyle's ring so it doesn't go off to Mogo. He's holding on to it as hard as he can, but then the Red Lantern ring that was there attaches itself to Guy, and then he becomes a Red Lantern. So now pretty much he goes on a killing rampage since he's still wielding a green ring and kills and pretty much slaughters Black Lantern, severing their connections, which is good but unstable. Then a Black Ring tries to latch on to Kyle. Sornik blows it away, tries to keep it off, but then the Indigo Tribesman shows up and then helps take out the Black Lanterns. Kilowog shows up, and so does Arisa and others. And then also Crib and the Star Sapphire from a few issues ago arrive and arrive to where Crib's children are apparently Black Lanterns, and she gets angry at the Star Sapphire. She attacks him. Then she steals Crib in the chrysalis, and then Crib gets in a fight with Guy, and Guy apparently kills her. Which, okay, that's not a bad thing. Then the Sapphire shows up and helps Sornik by apparently reaching into her heart and Kyle's, and then apparently doing some sort of life transfer or something to bond them by love. Then Kyle's ring all of a sudden turns around, flies back to Oa, and Kyle is basically reinducted into the Green Lantern Corps. And now she points out that Guy's a Red Lantern, and they have to stop him. And then all of a sudden, they notice that Mogo shows up. Yeah. A lot of stuff for next issue. Okay, first of all, let me just say, I love this ending shot. It is great. Just seeing Mogo right over Oa like that just made my day right there. And also, I really did love Guy as a Red Lantern, though. I thought it was interesting seeing that, because I didn't think about who would be a Red Lantern from Earth, like which character we would know, the fans would know would be a Red Lantern, and I guess Guy was the best bet. So yeah, and I don't know how they're going to be able to defeat Guy, because I don't think there are any Blue Lanterns around. So yeah, all in all, Green Lantern 43 is definitely something you should pick up. It's very good. I loved it. Very great. Okay, so that's all I have to say. Spider-Man 1991 saying, well, okay, next week is going to be Christmas, so comics come out the day before Christmas Eve. And I may not do a review till the week after next week, so Merry Christmas, and I'll post a review maybe in 2 weeks. Later.